Welcome to Millennium News 24/7 daily local news update. And now, our story 13. Members of Germany's biggest opposition party, the central right Christian Democratic Union of former Chancellor Angela Merkel, have chosen permanent conservatives Friedrich Merz as their new leader, the party said Friday. Merz's election with a strong mandate appears to mark at least a symbolic break with the Merkel era, making his third run for the SDU's top post. He took 62.1% support in a ballot of the party's membership to beat two centrist contenders. A party convention next month will have to sign off officially on the membership's vote, but that should only be a formality. Armin Laschet, the CDU's leader since January, is stepping down after leading the two-party union bloc to its worst-ever election results in September, winning only 24.1% of the votes. The bloc, which the CDU dominates, was narrowly beaten by center-left Social Democrats of the new Chancellor Olaf Scholz. Merz, 66, has experience of being an opposition leader. He led the central-right group in parliament from 2000 to 2002, when Merkel pushed him out of the job. He left parliament in 2009, later practicing as a lawyer and heading the supervisory board of investment manager BlackRock German branch. Merz returned to parliament in September's election. The online and postal ballots of the CDU's roughly 4,000 strong membership was the first for the party. Story 14. Russia may take unspecific new measures to ensure its security if the U.S. and its allies continue to take provocative actions and ignore Moscow's demand for a guaranteed precluding NATO's expansion to Ukraine, a senior diplomat said Saturday. Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabakov accused Western allies of continuously pushing the envelope in relations with Russia and warned that Moscow could also up the ante if the West doesn't treat its demands seriously. Ryabkov's statement in the interview with the Interfax news agency came a day after Moscow submitted draft security documents demanding that NATO deny membership to Ukraine and other former Soviet countries and roll back the Allies' military deployments in Central and Eastern Europe. Bold ultimatums that are almost certain to be rejected by the US and its allies. The publication of the demands contained in a proposed Russia-US security treaty and a security agreement between Moscow and NATO comes amid soaring tensions over Russian troops buildup near Ukraine that has raised fears of an invasion. Russia has denied it has plans to attack its neighbors, but wants legal guarantee that would rule out NATO's expansion and deploying weapons there. Russian President Vladimir Putin raised the demand for security guarantee in last week's video call with the U.S. President Joe Biden. During the conversation, Biden voiced concerns about a buildup of Russian troops near Ukraine and warned him that Russia could face severe consequences if Moscow attacks its neighbors. And now, story 15. All the former hostages from the U.S.-based missionary group kidnapped in Haiti have been flown out of the country after a 2-month ordeal, the leader of their Ohio-based mission organization said Friday, as he also extended an offer of forgiveness to their capturers. David Toyer, General Director of Christian Aid Ministries, said in a video statement that the U.S. flagged plane left the Caribbean nation Thursday afternoon, carrying the last 12 kidnapped missionaries hours after they were free earlier in the day. Everyone, including a 10-month-old baby, the 3-year-old boy, and the 6-year-old boy, seems to be doing reasonably well. Trailer said. The latest release came 2 months to the day after the group of 16 Americans and one Canadian, including 5 children, were kidnapped by the 400 Mawazo gang, which initially demanded millions of dollars in ransom. The other 5 have been freed earlier. Troyer did not comment on the circumstances of the release, such as whether ransom was paid or rescue efforts were involved, but expressed thanks to the U.S. government and all others who assisted in the safe return of our hostages. Thank you for understanding our desire to pursue nonviolent approaches, he added, without elaboration. Based in Berlin, Ohio, Christian Aid Ministries, or CAM, is supported and staffed by conservative Anabaptists, a range of Mennonites, Amish, and related groups whose hallmarks include non-resistance to evil, plain dress, and separation from mainstream society. And now our story 16. Thousands of Catalans took to the streets of Barcelona on Saturday to protest against court decisions that mandated that 25% of all school subjects be taught in Spanish and reducing the still predominant use of the local Catalan language in classrooms. Demonstrators say this would threaten their cherished educational system, which has helped bring Catalan back to common use after it had been suppressed during the 20th century dictatorship of General Francisco Franco. It is not proper of democracy that a court invalidates an educational system that is supported by society and its parliament, said Oscar Escuder, president of Platform for Language and a grassroots group that promotes the use of Catalan, who joined the march. According to our polls, 82% of Catalans support the current system. The renewed defense of the Catalan language also promises to galvanize the region's separatist movement that has been struggling to maintain its unity. Several marchers carried pro independence flags, and movement leaders were in attendance. But families who want their children to receive more learning in Spanish say the current system is violating their rights to study in the nation's common tongue. The march comes less than a month since Spain's Supreme Court upheld the 2020 decision by to a lower court in Catalonia that rules in favor of the suit brought by the Spain's previous conservative government against Catalonian Department of Education. The Supreme Court tossed out an appeal by the Catalan government against the previous ruling that the region's school must guarantee at least 25% of academic subjects be taught in Spanish. That would translate into roughly doubling the hour Catalanian students are taught in Spanish from one subject to two. This was in the daily local news update of Millennium News 24/7. Log in to get the latest news. All of our social networking sites are Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok is Millennium News 24. Our YouTube channel is News Channel M24. Viewers can also see on both networks of broadcasting Androids and iOS devices, Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, also all smart TV platforms. Please enjoy our entertainment and the latest news and views. Our Millennium TV app, Millennium TV USA Android, and Millennium News Google, www.millenniumtv24.com. Stay tuned with Millennium News 24, and thank you for watching.